Today we are going to talk about the third pillar of servant leadership, compassionate collaborator. A servant leader strengthens the relationships, creates a culture of collaboration and support diversity by inviting and rewarding others' contribution, attending to quality of work life of employees, and building caring and collaborative teams and communities, valuing individual differences and relating to people of different diverse backgrounds, managing disagreements fairly, constructively, and respectfully. And for achieving this, the core competencies required for being a collaborator are: one should be able to express appreciation, would be focusing on teams and community building, and should be a conflict negotiator. You have heard about emotional intelligence. Now, the next is team intelligence. Actually, team intelligence is one term used to describe the benefits of power and synergy of collaboration. It is observed, or it has been found, that together team achieves more than individual efforts. So what is collaboration itself? Collaboration actually comes from two Latin words, com and labore, laborer, meaning co-labor or to work together. Collaboration is a mutually beneficial relationship where two or more parties work together towards a common goal by sharing accountability, authority, responsibility for achieving higher results. The purpose is to create joint strategies and shared vision to address concerns that go beyond the purview of any particular party. So the true collaboration is only successful to an extent where individuals forego their need for personal glory to create joint strategies and a shared vision. And the collaborative culture includes trust and respect in everyday situations, egalitarian attitudes among different ranked members, power based on expertise and accountability, not the power from your position, shared leadership with equal incentives from all members, commitment to success of all members in the organization, honesty, commitment to continuous improvement, that is Kaizen, which is a Japanese term, continuous improvement in whole organization, being personally responsible and actively learning or active learning in all ways. That is what collaborative culture means. In case you get upset, so when you are in a collaboration, you may enter into some situations, especially from negotiation or with your colleagues. You may get very angry and upset. Again, you should not stay away from problems. That is not a quality of servant leader. You have to face it. You have to get people to talk to you about all their feelings towards anything related to your organizational goals so that you can solve it or help to solve it. And in that process, sometimes you may get upset or angry. In that case, you should be following something called the chill drill. Chill means when you first become aware of your danger warning signs. So you are experiencing that you are getting angry, tell yourself to chill. Thinking chill is a cue to pay attention to what is happening in your body and mind so you can begin to calm and control yourself. The next one is blow or breathe. Thinking chill is a cue, right? To take a balloon, then that becomes a cue for taking a balloon breath or to breathe as if you were blowing a balloon. So inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, but with strong influence of the stomach muscles. This is also called abdominal breath or cleansing breath. And the third one is your face should be relaxed. The look on your face shows people or other people how you really feel. more than your body language sometimes. Relax your facial muscles. Try to make a positive face. And the space is important too. Give space. When you're angry, it is essential to give yourself and others enough space to maintain that comfort zone. Take a step back and place your body in a balanced position. A servant leader imagines possibilities, anticipates future, and proceeds with clarity of purpose. The servant leaders view foresight as a central ethic, familiar with accessing their intuitions. So this is the next major pillar, that is foresight. We are talking about that. So a servant leader imagines possibilities, anticipates the future, and proceeds with clarity of purpose. The servant leaders view foresight as a central ethic. They are familiar with accessing their intuitions. They look for what is the signs inside, what is going to happen in the future. Generally articulate and inspire a shared vision. Works with creativity as a strategic tool. Is a decisive, discerning, and courageous decision maker. They are generally decisive, discerning, and courageous. And the core competencies of a servant leader is being a visionary, displaying creativity, and taking decisive, courageous actions. What is foresight? The foresight, as per Robert Greenleaf, is to have a sense for the unknowable, to be able to foresee the foreseeable. Unforeseeable. Foresight is the lead a leader has. The word leader has a lead element, right? That is a lead. You can see the future. You can see what is going to happen in the near future, or even sometimes generations even ahead. So it is a practical strategy for making decisions and leading. So what are the steps to nurture your foresight? As an organization or as a manager in an organization, you have to be able to analyze the past. Past tells a lot. Past tells the patterns. Past tells a lot of things what will happen in the future. So you should be familiar and analyzing the past. Learn everything there is to know about the issue at hand. Let the information incubate. Once you have something, it should not be you take your decision suddenly. You have to take time. Give the time to think about it. So practice patience and silence when you are getting into being a servant leader. So we are now learning how to become servant leaders actually. We already know all these things. Again, I'm telling you again and again. These are things we all know, but we are not practicing many times. So we are trying to reinforce those things which makes us a servant leader so that we can be successful both financially and also social objectives and community objectives too as a manager. Be open to breakthroughs. Share your insights and with trusted colleagues. They can tell you what exactly is wrong with your foresights or what exactly you can modify or rectify for getting better results. Now, how servant leaders achieve being a visionary? A grand vision appears to our higher angels by inviting us to appeals to higher angels. So what happens is that we all have something about our vision, and that will be a grand vision only when it appeals to our higher angels into an excellent and worthy shared enterprise. So it paints a picture of a brighter future that connects to our deepest identity. It excites all of us, not only you, but the people in your organization with unlimited possibilities. And it lures us forward to action with its compelling power. So a great vision needs to answer the following questions. Who are we? Whom do we serve? How will we serve them? So once you are answering these questions, you're actually answering to being a visionary. And a grand vision, as we mentioned earlier, is appealing to higher things and brighter future, unlimited possibilities, and puts us towards action. A worthy vision need not be grandiose, but it must be grand. How to display the creativity part in vision? State the problem and point everyone in the same direction. If people are going in different directions, it may not be the nice way to start in the first place. Then come up with all the possible solutions. Evaluate and choose the possible solution. And then test the creative solution among that. Again, when we talked in the book, Pantomic incorporates the 8 trends. We already talked about testing out the things. We may be able to do test at a cheaper cost and may even fail and make iterations and go ahead. So you should be able to link what you are learning here in this part to the other part. That is the best part of this course. Once you are able to do that, it makes more sense to you. Inventor of Velcro teaches us that creative people are curious, observant, make connections between current ideas and disciplines, and look for possibilities. Use positive humor. The positive humor is that you should not be making fun of others to show that you are humorous. It should not be the case. You should use positive humor and a sense of, happiness and smile in the whole project which you are dealing with. Willing to endure skepticism. Many people will not be able to accept what you are doing or saying. Dedicated to following through. Once you are into it, be dedicated to follow through. So the three criteria for distinguishing more creative contributions from less creative ones are novelty, that is, it should be novel, not heard or seen before. It should be relevance, that is, satisfies the need. And spontaneity, not developed using a mechanical formula. It is developed spontaneously. How to take decisive, courageous actions? Foresight, vision and creativity leads to decisive action. Less likely to jump on the first idea offered. Servant leaders are less likely to jump on the first idea offered. They consider larger forces and waits for the second, third or fourth idea, which may be better than the first one. They will not be acting on impulse. Again, you remember when we talked about taking time, patience. To incubate the ideas is important here. Consider the impact of they consider the impact of every decision several generations into future. I was talking about it in the beginning. So they will be looking at the future, how this decision is going to affect the organization in a longer term. And work creatively and collaboratively, and there is less chance of decisive actions generating from ego. They work more creatively and collaboratively. They take ideas from like-minded servant leaders. As a community of servant leaders is collectively smarter than any one servant leader. So we always talked about it. It is not your boss alone in your organization who should be servant leader. Everybody has an opportunity being a servant leader. I was even reading about a story about Ferrari the other day. In that, when Michael Schumacher came, he understood the value of the team and he built a team which helped Ferrari to succeed. And everybody took pride in that. Even the janitor was a part of this whole thing. That was how the story was written. So basically, everybody in your organization can be a servant leader in their own right and contribute to the team's success. And a foresight even can come from an employee. That's why collaboration, creativity, this requires more people involved, more ideas involved. With that thought, have a good day. We will be talking about the last 2 servant leadership traits, pillars in the next video.